I've been walking more since he died. I've been trying to get away from the memories to find something new, but everywhere I go, I see things that make me think of him.
So I get the theme of this game, remembering a guy who died.
Yeah.
I just feel like the first two stories were very focused on one aspect of him and how that affected them, instead of it actually being like about him.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, and he did this and he did this. It was like, he was gay.
And that's how it changed my life.
And that's how it changed my life, that he was gay, instead of it being like, he was into making airplanes, or he helped me through a hard time, and
or like
anything else about him. Because it could have been like, I don't know. Is this for real? Well, you know, I'm glad we played this game to diversify our view on stuff, you know?
I'm not ready to sit at a table for one yet, staring at an empty seat.
Because nobody does that. Most people don't do that, even when they're single.
What do you mean? What what?
I'm
you
saying
just don't go out to eat by yourself? Is that what you're saying?
I don't mind doing it, but you know how everyone always like is like, oh, isn't it like socially awkward to eat dinner by yourself? Anyway.
I don't think so. I've gone out to eat and just read a book.
He once told me that you could judge how much money there is in an area by the state of the street lamps. Something about the style and the freshness of the paint. I don't remember.
What? Okay.
I don't know.
That's so irrelevant. What is the point of making everything disappear? Because we don't want to think about him or something?
Maybe.
But we also... Whatever. It just doesn't freaking matter. Oh, are we going to click on him and he's going to disappear?
I decided to stay inside more.
I feel for him. I feel sad for
Yeah.
him. I'm just also very annoyed at the game.
Keep to the inside. I can control what's in here. But even at work there are reminders. I need this space to be clear, so I can be free.
Oh, I get it. It's fragments of him. Everyone's deleting fragments of him from their lives so they don't have to think about him.
We had the rest of our lives. I had his life, but he won't have mine. I don't understand any of this.
What did you... What? What?
Just click everything.
I had his life, but he won't have mine. What?
He won't have mine?
They won't get... They're not gonna get married. I feel like I get what they were trying to say. It was just
I can't stand how I feel inside right now. Something has to change. Less clutter. Less things that remind me of him.
Fragments of him.
It's all got to go. I'm nearly there.
Does he have a drinks cabinet in his office?
I think a lot of people do, but my parents don't. But from what I've seen of Mad Men, I'm pretty sure everyone does.
For what I've seen of Mad Men, and that's like everything, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
There's no difference now between now and then.
It's all gone.
Why the fuck your wall so dirty?
He's gone.
I think that's just...
It was a joke.
But he's not.
Oh.
I can't get rid of him.
I knew it! It's like the movie Ghost!
Why won't he leave me alone?
Because he possessed Whoopi Goldberg. And you're green.
I'm different now. He changed me. I feel the space he's left inside me. But it's okay. It's his shape. That's going to be part of me that I carry forever. Denying that would be killing him again.
I feel like I'd be a lot less annoyed at this if they just cut out the grandma and the ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? Ugh.
I can live. It's okay to do that. And be happy again someday soon. Eventually. Happy I knew him.
I miss him, but I can't run away from the memories of him that were fragments in my heart. Because when you mourn people, you want to forget so you don't feel bad, but you can't. Because they'll always be with you in your heart.
And denying that is a disservice to their memory because you loved them. So it's okay to still love them, even though it hurts.
Even though it's human to feel things. I am alone, but I'm
He would
not.
laugh at me now, crying over silly things. And hug me too. And hold me. I wish he could hold me again.
I wish he was here, but he's not here. But I wish he was, but he's not. His things, they remind me of him. I don't like it.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
He's gone. This is his stuff. Where's all your shit, though?
I don't know.
I'm going to read every one of his books.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
None of it's important.
You just want it to end?
Yeah. And I feel bad that, like...
You don't... Well, yeah,
that
but
I'm
it's not
so
your fault.
apathetic at this point, but it's like...
Because it was 2 hours of... Don't you feel bad that being gay made these people sad? And now you're dead. And your gay fiance would have been fiance sad now too. It just makes me feel like he's done nothing but made people feel shitty.
Yeah.
And then he died, making people feel shitty. It wasn't even positive memories of him.
I know.
That's what
He's
really
dead, and they don't have anything like really positive to come up with.
all they have to say is negative things about him being gay.
I mean, the whole thing with the ex-girlfriend isn't like...
It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't exclusively him being gay. It was really just him not being in love with her. You know? I mean, yes, like... yes, gay, but also just... You know what I mean?
I just really feel like it was the whole, like... This is how being gay affects other people in your lives. Like, how... dating a girl, dating the gender that you're not attracted to affects them. This is how it affects your grandma. It's like...
Shut up.
Were you telling me to shut up or the game to shut up?
The game to shut up.
I know, but doesn't that like... It's really making me angry, and I want to express that, but I don't know how to express it in a way that would make me satisfied. And it's really frustrating me right now. Because I'm feeling just like really...
Look at how much you being yourself can hurt other people.
Yeah, it's just... I feel like I really need to express that I'm very angry right now on the inside, and I'm having a really hard time explaining the exact
nature
of it. Yeah, and it's frustrating me that this game is it's really making me feel like it's a guilt trip.
Mm-hmm.
And it really bothers me that the game probably doesn't even realize that it's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And that really bothers me. It just does.
Well, it was probably written as more like a... Like, you know how what we originally talked about was how, like, it was more like, oh, look, here's, like, another side of it. but even though she's seeing that she's doing it because, like, the grandma is saying these things because she loves him, she's actually being a bitch. And sometimes people don't know they're being a bitch, but it still means they're being a bitch. So I think the story may have been trying to come at it
like that,
as opposed to how we're seeing it, which is just like
a guilt trip.
Yeah.
I know. I understand what it was going for. But if we're going to have a game about remembering somebody who died, it really annoys me that everyone's just remembering how, A, this one aspect of him, and B, how this one aspect of him affected them negatively.
Mm-hmm.
Except for this guy. But in the end, this is like a reverse A Wonderful Life. A reverse A Wonderful Life. Where they find out if he never existed, everything was worse.
Oh. I never saw it, so I don't know.
It's like...
This might be all there is. Just this one life. I don't know. But I was lucky to meet him. And to love him.
And you know, it pisses me off because I feel like we finally get to the, like, emotional tipping point of the story, the part that would actually make me care, and it was hard to care because you've already gone through like 2 hours of just being like, ugh, with the other two characters
I was trying, like, honestly, I feel like we were both trying really hard to understand where they're going through.
I'll never forget him.
Fucking grandma! I don't want to hear your shit!
He reached out to me when I had pushed him away. When he was small, I'd looked after him. But in the end, he looked after me when I needed him. I saw things with him that I would never have dreamed of as a child.
And Grandma, this is what we call yaoi.
Look, Grandma, this is the internet.
And this is where you find yaoi.
Yes, you can use this.
Yay!
Yeah, this bit's
He often visited over the years.
This is yaoi, and this is what we call grinder.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
now I get it.
now I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, how can you resist all that man meat? I don't know.
And now I understand. I get it. Okay, so we're pointing at things. And we watched TV together.
He was growing up, and the world was changing too. He was becoming mature.
Oh, okay, so... Oh no, he's dead.
And then you came to see me.
Who are we?
Who are we talking... I don't know.
Are we his kid?
I don't know, man.
Because there's been a couple times now where characters have referred to, like, you, meaning us, like the player, as if we're a person.
We're the demon poltergeist. We're the devil. And
then you came.
They're all talking about him to the devil, and they're gonna summon him back into the world of the living by trading in some blood oaths. Maggie, get in your bed.
Oh, is that Harry?
Yeah.
And then you told me what had happened.
Oh.
Harry's huge.
Well, I mean, if she's like 5'2".
I know, but Harry was taller than him anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he's very tall.
See, that's what a short person would say.
It's one of those strange things. I had just been thinking about Will. We met up again after uni. There was a reason we got together to begin with. We just got on really well.
You know, I'm sure there were other people
We
in his
became
life.
friends again when he got the travel writing
actually
job for
cared
that
about
London
him?
agency.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure there were other people in his life, like maybe his parents who were like, and he was gay and I loved him. And also, this was his major. He was amazing at writing. This is the story he wrote, and this is how it touched me instead of...
Or maybe like, here are his friends that he made at college who always accepted him for the way he is. You know?
like,
Because you choose your own friends at college, and you don't have to, like, make friends with people who are gonna shit on you for being the way you are.
or it's like his parents who were
God.
totally cool with it from the beginning, and they were like, I love my son. He has a wonderful boyfriend. And also, these are the things he's accomplished. And here's this book that he wrote.
Here's how much I enjoyed being with him as a kid.
And during the 80s, when I was in my punk rock phase, like, I was really struggling, but my son made it so that I, like, you know, wanted to come back from an addiction or something, you know? Like, you know?
Something. God.
Or, like, I
He
got
talked about his job, his family. He often spoke about you both. He told me how happy he was. And then you called me.
Oh, so they're talking
No?
to Harry.
But then she was talking about Harry in the third person, the other... Whatever.
I don't fucking know.
He was happy at the end.
Or is this like... Is it over yet? Oh, so they're all sitting at a table together talking about how much they liked him.
He loved you both so much.
Oh, seance? You see them all like hold hands, light a candle in the middle, and
They're trying to summon
grandma's
him.
eyes roll back
See
in your
him,
head.
or feeling like he's just sitting reading in the next room. It's silly, really.
These are not... Okay, so these two girls are two women... I don't think were the most important people in his life, you know?
No.
So it's not... Whatever.
I was angry. Angry he was gone, that he'd been taken. But I was wrong. He wasn't taken. He had already been given to us.
What?
We had him in our lives.
I don't know.
We could love him. And we always will.
Well, how would that make you feel better?
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm so sad that my husband is dead, but at least I got to know him. What? That wouldn't make me feel better. Maybe I'm being very cynical, but...
I think it would make some people feel better. Like, I'm grateful. It's better to love and then lost than never loved at all.
Don't get me wrong, I am grateful, but, like, I would be grateful, but they're saying, like, we were wrong. He had already been given to us, like, as some sort of gift, you know?
I don't know. The whole game they complain about him. The only person who appreciated him was Harry, and like the other two are like just complained about him. This was terrible. I'm gonna. This
Yeah.
was terrible. I don't get it. I don't understand.
After we shared our memories, I went back to the park where I had spent so much time with Will.
I just want it to end. I want him to come back as a zombie and say, I never want you to talk to that weird girl or my grandma again.
I would, yeah.
Those were not... I bet he was like from some sort of weird...
They had shared fragments of his life with me that I had never known.
I would like
felt
to have
at
known about
peace.
that.
It helped, talking with others. Will was gone. But I wasn't alone.
Wait a
I was
second.
never alone.
I gotta say something. So they were all sitting at the table remembering him, and that's what the dialogue was. So this grandma was bitching about him being gay for 45 minutes to his boyfriend?
I don't... That makes
What?
it worse, doesn't it?
Sometimes we only get to spend a little time with the ones that we love the most. I wasn't ready to accept that. But this is my life now. Without him. I don't know if I'll love like that ever again. But to have felt it once, and to know that love is real,
What kind
that's
of
enough for me.
dicking did Will give to people? But they're all like, it was the greatest love I ever had. And it's like, I'll never love anyone the way I loved Will. And it's like two people. I'm like, what kind of like sex was this guy putting down?
I mean, well, to be fair,
It was a
she
joke.
was, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but like, she was 18. I don't know.
That was high effort awful.
Yeah.
And it's like, who wrote this? I feel like they tried to do something but did it so badly.
It's, you know,
I feel bad because I know somebody really cared about this.
I know. And, like,
Okay, you talk and I'll look up who wrote this.
I mean, we could have just seen it in the credits.
I know, but I want to know more about that.
Oh. I feel like they had something that they wanted to communicate, and I don't know if it's just that we
Oh my god, we're the only ones who don't like this.
oh no.
Oh no, it's one of those games where people can't say that they don't like it.
Well,
Fuck you, this game sucks. It's an insult. I'm gonna tell people not to buy it. Sorry, go ahead. What were
no,
you gonna say?
I agree with you. And you know, it's funny because like even when I had heard somebody else, like I heard Laura K. Dale talking about it, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem like I'll like it. And you were like, yeah, but I think we should play it anyway because there could be redeeming parts of it, and like.
Well, I was like, because
Stacey
Stacey and I both try to diversify the games we play, and it's really hard to find games that are about being queer.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what, we should give it a try.
Especially that have more like budget put into them.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, so
Go ahead.
here's how I felt. I felt like everything could have been sped up. There was a lot of just like clicking around on things that was completely unnecessary. There were parts of the story that felt great. You know, like what they were trying to communicate, because you could like see it in there, you know, in there.
I knew what they were trying to communicate, but when all those pieces come together, it's a guilt trip.
And also the writing at times was just like very, very cliche, very average. Like it just felt like you could have pulled a script from any rom-com or something, you know, and that was what they used. The parts of it that should have been very poignant and moving weren't, because you had already put up with like so much bullshit from the grandma and the ex-girlfriend and just clicking around with like, you know, no reason essentially. Overall, I felt like this could have been about half the length, and you know,
I don't understand what happened.
what are your thoughts?
I'm looking at reviews
aside from
of this
that,
shit.
we're gonna get ripped apart. For
I'm
not
looking at
liking
reviews of this shit, and I'm like, how the fuck did you all not notice that this was one long guilt trip
about him being gay.
about him being gay?
Yeah.
What the fuck was this? What the fuck is this about? It
you
just
know
says super sad shit. You're sad now.
As I said before, I really think that part of this is like.
Oh my god, this was a game for straight people.
Yeah, like when it's kind of like, yeah, it's like when straight people see like stuff like this, they're like, oh my gosh, what a moving story. And like when people who are in the community see it, they're just like, I don't want to deal with this fucking bullshit. You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
deal with your guilt.
Yeah. Like, I get it. You're homophobic. Shut up.
And you struggled with it. Congratulations. You struggled so much.
Yeah. I don't have the patience for that anymore. Oh, things were different in your time? Good for you. Okay?
We got it. It's our time now. What the fuck? I'm reading this shit. Giant Bomb says it's good. fucking lead writer for Ubisoft. What are you guys talking about?
Oh boy.
What the fuck are all of you talking about? What?
No, because this is
It's funny.
Go ahead.
this is the same. This is, you know, it's like it's a story about like a moving thing, you know.
An artistic, thoughtful piece about what it means to be human, and then Polygon being, and then like people being like, oh, what it's like to be queer. I was like, no, this game was not about what it's like to be queer.
No, this
It
was
was
about
not.
other people's feelings about you being queer.
Which is so weird. That was really weird.
It kind of
I feel angry, and I don't.
it makes me feel a little insulted that somebody would think that this is like the epitome of the queer experience. You know?
Yeah.
That somebody's queer experience has to be told through straight people's feelings about them.
Powerful
Shut up.
new queer video game deals with love, loss, and healing. Fuck you. This is not a queer game.
No, it's not.
It's not.
This is straight people talk about a queer person.
I was fucking duped. I was like, no, wait. I was waiting for, like, the gay storyline to happen.
Yeah.
Never did. Fragments of Him offered me catharsis after the shock of losing someone. I've lost people, and I felt nothing. I was just like,
By the way, just because sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Just because a game has a queer character in it, and even like a central character, does not mean that it is like the queer experience, the game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fuck you, Huffington Post.
Oh my god.
I can't believe this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Destructoid, 2 out of 5. 4 out of 10.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you,
Who wrote it?
It was probably, it was
Oh!
for
It was
Laura. No, she's like, I'm gay, and fuck you. We should have, thank you, Laura.
Well,
I guarantee you. Oh my god. And Polygon, of course. Astonishing story. Who wrote this shit? Yeah. Okay.
I love how we're... Oh my god. Okay, that's enough of that. You guys, hope you enjoyed that.
Whatever. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm having a really hard time. I don't feel like I'm being able to express my anger, and I don't know why. I don't know how to. I feel like I've said it a million times, and I don't know how to feel satiated in my expression of it.
Yeah. I don't think it is ever truly gratifying until like our opinions go out there on the internet and then a bunch of people yell at us about it, and then we get to defend it and be all shitty about it.
I really, I just really feel like, I really hope that some people in the comments agree with me, because I just feel really frustrated.
Agree with us? Yes.
Yeah, agree with us, and I just feel really frustrated. Not only that, but then looking up the game and seeing those headlines. That also made me really angry.
I think that makes me feel more angry because
it's completely missing.
Yeah.
Because this is not a game about being queer, in my opinion.
No, it's not. Queerness plays a theme, but I feel like it's more like how straight people feel about you being queer.
Exactly. And I know that we keep repeating ourselves, but I feel like both of us are just really frustrated right now, and we don't know how to express that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we're just gonna have to end it feeling like this. I'm glad that we played it so that we can experience these feelings. I don't appreciate the game, but I appreciate that we experienced this so that we are able to say these things.
You know,
does that make sense?
I'm glad that we played it, because I'm glad that if we are, like, that we can be the people to point it out and be like, hey, this is bullshit, you know? Like, if nobody else in there is gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know? Also because I feel like the next time a game comes out that treats queerness this way, I would not be nearly as forgiving.
the whole time I was like, oh, it's gonna redeem itself. Oh, it's gonna redeem itself. And it didn't, and I'm really upset. And I know that we keep repeating ourselves. It's just, it's hard to express because I feel like nobody else is noticing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a bunch of people out there are going, oh, it's about gayness, so then it must be like...
Must be artistic
yeah,
and good.
And I'm sitting here like, no, it's garbage.
No, it deals with loss and queerness, which means it's like...
fucking double time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just really mad. And I'm glad that we play this game so that we can express this, because I feel like this is a sentiment that is done in a lot of different mediums.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, aren't you sad that the gay person's dead? And blah, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So... I appreciate the experience, but fuck this game.